I don't know what it's doing. There it goes. Okay, there you are. All right, I am also going to be going live over on to Instagram as well to talk about this because this is so important. So I want to let everybody know about it. So let me know if you're here. I'm also going to share this over on to my Facebook. That way, if anybody from there wants to join us, because we are going to talk about something that I find very important. If you watched my stories, we're going to talk a little bit more about the new Cricut program, because I think it's really important that we all know what is going on with that program and why I do not recommend that you join the program. Hold on one second. I just got to move you guys just over a hair so that I can see what I'm doing on my computer in order to post this information, just because I really don't want somebody to sign up for this without knowing like those little ins and outs of why this should not be done. Instagram, I'm sorry, I gotta scoot you like way over because I gotta type something and your little booties are in the way, but we're gonna talk about it in just a second. I just want to get this, hopefully you don't fall. I just want to get this shared really quick into some groups. I want to get this shared. That way people do not like, it's just really important. So come learn more about the new Cricut program and why you should not join live with me. All right. If I could type, we'd be doing good with me. All right. I also typed XOM instead of come, so we'll just fix that. And then I just want to make sure that the link shows, because sometimes it doesn't, because Instagram or Cricut and Facebook are just silliness. So we'll make sure that that's there. It might eventually show up. Whatever. I'm publishing. I don't care. Either way. So anyways, let's get started. Let's talk about this. So it is, I'm going to move you guys in just a second. It is, and I'm going to go back over to YouTube so I can see your comments. Hello, friends. Hello. All right. So there is a new program that Cricut just announced. Just so you guys know, I am on Instagram and on YouTube. So that's why I keep looking back and forth between you two. So it is called the Cricut Collective. And it is basically Cricut having you as the creator or the content creator or the influencer post a video or content about Cricut products. So I'm going to read what their website says. And it says, Cricut Collective. We believe everyone is born creative, so why not get rewarded for it? Apply to join Cricut Collective and earn cash rewards when you share your favorite projects on social media. Happy making. So then there's an apply now button, and then it says how it works. And it says, to apply, enter your email, social media handles, and details. We'll look over your application, and if you're a fit, you'll receive an email from our team on the next steps. Post on social media. Create in-feed content on Instagram or TikTok featuring Cricut products. Remember to tag @Cricut, #Cricut, #Cricut Partner, and #ad to earn rewards. Post 3 times, tag us, and then you'll be on your way to earning cash rewards up to $450 a year. Which, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, $450 is nothing to, like, shake a stick at. Then it has post rules. Posts must be made from public accounts. Fair enough. Post must be Post must visibly display Cricut products and no other logos or brands featured. Again, I feel like that's fair enough. That's like most brands when you work with them. Post must tag Cricut in the caption or image. Tags must be visible and clickable. Post can have no more than 3 total tags. So your 3 total tags are going to be Cricut, Cricut Partner, and ad with the tag of @Cricut. You cannot feature licensed art or imagery, which, fair enough. Any project featured in post must include art from Design Space or your original work, which, again, I feel like that's fair. Video post must be at least 15 seconds long in duration. Our rewards reset on a monthly basis, so you must post 3 times within a calendar month to receive your reward. You can redeem your $45 reward only once per month after all 3 posts are approved. Additional posts within the same calendar month will not count towards additional rewards. Okay, but think about it this way. You're getting $45 a month. You're going to get $15 a post. Think about how much work you put into like one craft. Is that worth $15 to you between the making of it, the editing, all that? So that alone says to me, don't join, because $15 is not worth your time. Terms and conditions. Now, theirs are just very little, but I'm going to get into the big terms and conditions. To be eligible for Cricut Collective Rewards, you must apply through the sign up on the page, agree to the applicable terms and conditions, which we'll go over, and when posting, follow all post rules. By joining Cricut Collective, you grant permission for your content to be reshared by Cricut for marketing purposes. Now, that alone, not the end of the world, because a reshare is different. But wait till we see the terms and conditions. Cricut may update the Cricut Collective program at any time. That's like normal. Like they will always say that they can do that. So what they like to see is quality content, sharing to your story, make sure to tag them, be creative, all that good stuff. Now I want to go into the terms and conditions in just a second, but I also want to check in on YouTube's comments. I'm trying to read stuff. I'm trying to check comments. So give me 2 seconds. I just want to go through and make sure I didn't miss any anything important, okay? And then hopefully on Instagram I didn't. I've got so many people popping in and out. So if you have a question and I didn't answer it, please ask it again because it keeps popping in and out. So anyways, so with this Cricut program, they will just kind of reiterate 3 posts a month, more than 15 seconds, only with Cricut products, which are expensive. And you have to tag, and you can only have three hashtags and tag them. Okay. Those seem annoying, but not terrible. But $15 a post is basically what that breaks down to. Now I want to talk about their terms and conditions. So there's a couple little spots that are really important for you as someone who maybe is considering signing up for this program to really, really think about. So the first one is the restrictions. Those are pretty normal. But what I want you to really, really look at, you've got a couple sections of your terms and conditions. Let me find the one section that I want to read to you. Let me just find it really, really quickly. I have to scroll a little bit because there's a couple places. Okay, here. Number 6 is non-disparagement, which, okay, most of the time when you work with Cricut, there is a non-disparagement agreement, which just means you can't say anything negative about the brand, the company, anyone who works for the company, anything involved with the company. You can't speak negatively about that. I've worked with tons of other companies and never have a non-disparagement agreement written like this. They definitely, occasionally they'll have something that's don't talk bad about our employees. Okay, I'm never going to do that, but I'm always giving 100% honest reviews, and I always make sure they know that. But anyways, so with Cricut, they have a number 6, non-disparagement. 6.1. Now, please listen extremely carefully, everyone. You agree for during the time. First off, that's poorly written. So anyways, you agree for during the time that you are a Cricut Collective member and for 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, thereafter, not to disparage Cricut, its officers, directors, employees, shareholders, and agents in any manner likely to be harmful to its or their business reputation, or personal reputation. Now that one right there is huge, because if you are a creator like I am, or you are a business owner, you are anyone on the internet really, you want to be able to speak the truth. So if you don't like a product, you want to be able to be honest about that. So let's say that Cricut made this planner and this planner is missing half the pages. It's not, obviously, but let's say that it is. I would not be able to go on the internet and say, hey, I bought this planner from Cricut. Don't buy it because it's missing half the pages. I wouldn't be able to post about it at all, really, because I can't sit there and tell people, this is a great planner, you should totally get it, because it's not a great planner if it's missing half the pages. So you're going to have your tongue held on any of your opinions on Cricut unless they're good opinions, not only for the duration that you're part of the Cricut Collective. So let's say you stay in the Cricut Collective from July 2024 to July 2025. You would not be able to speak any poorly about anything Cricut related from July 2025 till July 2027. 2 full years of keeping your mouth shut. Now, I am definitely one of the people who's much more vocal about how I feel about Cricut products. I'm definitely one of those people that says, please don't buy them. Please don't waste your money. And it's just not something that I personally am comfortable with. Now, when they bring in a Cricut expert, meaning like people like Jennifer Maker, I'm not sure who else is who is actually like a Cricut baby anymore, but they have this similar thing. They're not allowed to speak ill of Cricut products, and you notice that they really don't use non-Cricut products. Let's see. Rosie said, not going to do the new Cricut thing. I will be staying the same as I do. Kristen says something like that says Cricut isn't confident enough in their product and company. Fully agree. Cricut is not confident in their product because they know what we say about them. If you guys don't know, Cricut blocked me on Facebook a long time ago because I spoke the truth. I told people that their product was not quality, that they shouldn't be spending all that money on it. Whatever. You know, that's just my truth. And if you like Cricut products, that's fine. But you can get a better quality for way less money. But anyways, so that's the non-disparagement. So that alone is like a big to me, like no way, not happening. But there's another section that I think is so important that we talk about, because as a creator and somebody who does work with companies and does whitelist and allow other companies to like repost my videos sometimes, it's important, that you get paid for that when they repost. If they're going to take your content from your page, not just share it. Sharing it's different. But if they're going to physically take that content from your page and post it to somewhere else, they need to pay you. If they're not paying you, don't do it. Honestly, it's not worth it. Also, look at my new cup. So cute. But anyways, so now the one I want to talk to you about is number 9. License and use content. License and use content. Very important. So 9.1. Subject to the terms and conditions of this agreement, you hereby grant to Cricut and its affiliates a royalty-free, fully paid up, irrevocable, fully transferable, and sub-licensable right and license to reproduce, perform, display, transmit, publish, listen closely, edit, sell, broadcast, stream over the internet, post, distribute, and otherwise use any of the participating content indefinitely and throughout the world in any and all formats and media, whether now or hereafter, known or devised, and by any and all technologies and means of delivery, whether now or hereafter, known or devised, you fully authorize Cricut to adapt, edit, summarize, translate, modify, and create clarity as further defined above. You additionally grant identical rights to your member content. I'm sorry, Cricut, you cannot own all of my stuff for $15. $15. This is wild to me that somebody would sign up for this. Please don't. I beg you. I don't want to see you guys get taken advantage of like this. So basically what that means, if you're not familiar, I'm going to kind of explain to you like your 5-year-old. If you make a video, like let's say this video, for example, that Cricut could take this video, chop it up any way they want, edit it, distribute it. They could stick it on a billboard without my approval. I could make a stupid face. They could stick it on a billboard and my stupid face would be on a billboard without my approval or my payment. I mean, that's crazy to me. Like, you're not going to pay me for the use of my product. You're going to pay me, $15 to be able to take my content and use it anywhere that you want, in any way that you want, in any capacity, editing it, changing it, clarity. Clarity means that they can change your words, people. They can change your words. Yes, they've been really bad about content creation. Sorry, my cat. I don't want to see anybody get taken advantage of by Cricut. And I'm afraid that people are not going to really read the true terms of service, and they're going to get screwed. But also, getting paid $15 is not worth your time. It's not. So let me read through some of these comments over here on YouTube. I'll try to scroll through Instagram. I don't know if anybody's commented really. So let's see. We've got, saw Jennifer use another product once on another channel. I'm not a fan of Cricut these days. I wish I had known before I purchased. I don't hate their machine. I just don't like the company. Maker's Gonna Learn is a Cricut user. No, Maker's Gonna Learn is not. Maker's Gonna Learn is not a Cricut baby. That meaning that they are owned by Cricut. Like Cricut, they are not I don't want to say not an affiliate because they earn commission if people buy. They are not what they call a Cricut expert, meaning that they have signed a contract with Cricut to be a Cricut only user. Maker's Gonna Learn is not at all. All this sounds familiar from over the last several years. That's why I don't like them. You don't have ownership of your own property. You don't. Imagine all the people not reading the whole contract. Exactly. And that's why I'm trying to make it really public. Like, I'm going to be posting on Facebook, on my YouTube channel with like a word post. And I'll also post that over to Instagram as well. That way you can read through my thoughts. It is kind of long, but I do think it's really important that people understand these terms of service. It's so important that you don't give away your livelihood for $15. I mean, honestly, like craziness. So I haven't even fully finished reading through a lot of the stuff, just because it irked me, and then I was almost late for a live, but it's crazy. Let me see here. Let's see. Each party represents and warrants the other party. That's pretty normal. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Most of it's like fairly normal stuff. But those two things about not disparaging and then not that, like them owning everything and being able to change it in any way that they want to. So on top of so then there's content restrictions. Your participating content may be found unsuitable if it falls under any of the following conditions. So we've got infringes on our or anyone else's intellectual property. Again, fair. Violates any applicable laws. Fair. Contains any material or subject matter that is threatening, harassing. Fair. And then number 3.1.4 is derogatory or disparaging to Cricut brand. Fair. Obviously, they're not going to want you to put out a video that they're going to pay you for that says, I tried Cricut Iron on and it sucks. That makes sense. But the fact that you can't go onto another platform, you cannot go onto another video, you cannot go into your stories, you can't talk about it on a live, you can't do any of that. If they find out, they can sue you. So I'm just saying, don't do it. Don't join. Don't do it. It's not worth it. $45 a month, which breaks down to $15 a video. So not gonna do it. Disney World Freak, which I find funny, that says this. Nope, that sounds just like Disney. I love my Walt Disney World, and my girlfriend was making buttons that Disney started making and selling and sued her. Yeah. Well, first off, you can't make anything Disney regardless because it's illegal. They own all the intellectual rights. So she definitely was not doing the right thing if she was selling anything with a Disney design on it. But yeah, they're similar. You can't really do that. I try to be so honest with you guys, and like this one right here irks me to no end that they are going to try to get people to join. And like I said, if you want to join, I'm not saying like don't, but just really think about what your life wants to be in the next 2 years, because you're not going to be able to voice your opinion. And that's rough. And then also think about the fact, are you okay if they put a really bad picture of you somewhere? Are you okay if they take your video and mince your words so that you're saying something that you didn't actually say? Because they can do that. Yeah, Maker's Gonna Learn, definitely. They are an opinion speaker. They didn't used to be. They were before definitely not like somebody that was, they were definitely like, oh, Cricut brand. They wouldn't like use it a lot, but when they talked about it, they were like, oh, okay. Now, however, they're like, don't do it. Don't buy it. But yes, absolutely. Like, this is one thing for me that I want you guys to know. That way you are aware, you're not wasting your time, you're not wasting your money, and you're not going to get yourself into a spot of trouble that you don't need to be in. The Cricut world is definitely one that you need to watch and know their terms of service before you even consider signing up for something like this. Now, in their frequently asked questions, they have 5 questions. So, how do I get rewarded? Do Instagram or TikTok stories count? Can I get rewarded on any other social platforms? How do I ensure my video is valid? And who do I contact if I haven't received my reward? And then they do have a little spot here at the bottom. It says, subject to Cricut collective terms and conditions, offer available only to qualifying participants, subject to approval and verification by Cricut. The offer is not transferable and is void where prohibited by law. Participants must meet all eligibility requirements and comply with all Cricut collective terms and conditions and any applicable FTC laws and regulations regarding product endorsement. The value and benefits associated with this offer cannot be exchanged for cash or other substitutes. The offer is subject to change or termination without notice at the sole discretion of Cricut. Additional restrictions and limitations may apply. Now, most people would probably look at that, and we all know we just skip over terms and conditions. We're like, whatever, it's fine. But I encourage you to read those terms and conditions when you can and when you should, which is pretty much always. But you want to look for disparagement, and then you want to look for licensing information. Those are 2 big ones if you're signing with like a company to make content for them. Also, make sure they're paying you fairly, because $15 is not fair. That's crazy. That is absolutely freaking crazy. It just drives me nuts. And like, that's why I wanted to come on. I really wanted to do this with you guys. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to hear what you have to say, because I don't think that it's fair the way that they have kind of, I wouldn't say they hid it, because it's not hidden. It's right there in the terms of in conditions. But the way they're trying to make it sound like, oh my God, you're going to get $45 a month, up to $450 a year. That's 10 months. So you've got 2 months where you're not making any money. And then you've also got, yes, absolutely, Rick Wendy Valdez, I don't know. Yeah, read every contract. Read it. If you don't want to read it, get a lawyer to read it for you. No, I'm not talking about joining Design Space. This is a new program from Cricut. So if you have just joined, Cricut is starting a new program they're calling Cricut Collective, where they want people, just people on the internet, to post 3 videos a month, and they will pay you $45 to post those videos. So it breaks down to $15 a video, which is crap. Please don't. Your videos are worth way more than that. Your time is worth more than $15. And then they want you to follow their terms and conditions. And those terms and conditions include that you cannot disparage Cricut in any way for 2 years after the contract is over. And they also will have rights to do anything that they want to your content. So those 2 things alone, don't do it. Do not do it. You don't want to give someone rights to your content for $15. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It just is not good. It's not good. It is not that it's, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is exactly, but it's maybe not moral to be doing that. They're not paying you any extra to be able to take that video that you created or that post that you created and change your words, change everything they want about it, and still use it and use your likeness. So they could put words into your mouth that you don't believe. They could take your project and change it into something that you don't support, but it's still your project. Let's say that you are making a project about adopt, don't shop for dogs. And you make this really cute decal and you make a video about it. They could take that video, and I'm not saying they would, but this is just an example. They could take your video and change it into talking about dog breeding, and you could do nothing about it because you gave them rights to do anything they wanted to your video and to your likeness. So that's something that's really important when you work with companies, is to make sure that you're checking that terms of service, you're checking that contract to make sure that they cannot do that. You want to have control of your yourself and your image. Let's see. How do I get paid to make content? I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a good idea. $45 a month. Do not do it. Don't do it. Just keep making content. Tag the companies that you use. So whether you're using Michael's stores stuff, like you went shopping and you got stuff at Michael's, tag Michael's, tag Dollar Tree. Just keep tagging, post consistently, get on YouTube. You get paid by views on YouTube once you hit like a certain milestone. That's how you make money as a content creator. Do not do it. This is unethical. Yes, Carla got it. Unethical was the word I was looking for. Unethical. It's not even, like I said, it's not that they are doing anything illegal, but what they're doing is something that is not good for the creator. It's not good for you as a person. It's not worth the money. $15 for a video is pennies, because think about what they would pay a marketing person or a social media manager to create those videos. They're making $100,000 a year. They're paying you $15 a video. I don't think so. Not cool. Not cool, man. Very not cool. Sorry if you hear my cat's bell in the background. But yeah, I just needed to come on here and just get that out so that you guys were aware. I don't want anybody to get scammed and then get stuck with this contract and then not be able to control your identity, control what is said about you, what they use your pictures and your designs and things for. And I don't want you to be completely screwed out of money. I mean, $15 is not worth it for a video that you work as hard as you do on. So I don't want you to end up with like this contract and then 2 years where you can't be yourself, you can't speak your truth. And then I also read your terms of service. Please read your terms of service. Yeah, Carla said it's the fact that it opens up the possibility for them to do something unethical or sneaky. Absolutely. Because I do think that, like I said, that example of, if you do a video about adopt, don't shop, and they were to change it into a video about dog breeding, that goes against everything that maybe you stand for. That is like your platform, your passion is getting animals out of shelters, but then they're taking it and saying, no, she likes dog breeding. And that's not you. And they can do that. And that is so upsetting to me that, and like I said, I don't think that they would. I highly doubt that would be something that they would do. But it opens up that opportunity, and you never want that opportunity out there for them to change who you are as a person. And that goes for any company. That's not just a Cricut thing. That is for anyone. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. But honestly, I want anybody, especially who's getting into this creative content world, not to get hosed. I don't want to see you guys get screwed out of money. I don't want to see you guys have your identities changed. I don't want to see these things happen to you. Kristen says it's bad enough when other channels steal your content, and here it's like you're just giving it to them. She's right. Other people do steal our content all the time, and we legally fight them, and most of the time it gets taken down. But in this case, you're giving them, you're like, here you go. Just take it. Take my stuff and do whatever you want to it. Let's see. Donna says, Tanner Bell does not take payment at Cricut for any other company. Any discounts on products makers gonna learn is offered. He requests the company offer his members discounts to their company. Sort of. I can't go into it exactly, but they do. There is stuff. They will neither take any words they want and put, they will take any words they want and put them in favor. Yeah. So like she said, they can change anything that they want to. And I just don't think that's not safe. It's just not, it's not smart. It's not safe. It's not the right idea for your brand. And that price is just ridiculous. So let me go ahead and click apply now. And let me just see what information they want. So if you want to sign up, they want, check out my YouTube channel. I've got tons of videos on how to make stickers. Also, you can just DM me and ask me for like a sticker tutorial, and I'll send you one because I'm never going to remember to do it from here. So they want your email, your Instagram username, your TikTok username, your first, last name, street address, city, state, zip code, how long you've used a Cricut, How long have you been using Cricut? It says, have you ever used a Cricut machine before, and how long have you been using one? And what's your favorite project to make? So they're not asking anything like super personal. And obviously they need some of that information, to pay you. But like, I don't know. Thank you so much for taking time explaining this. You're so awesome. You know what? Honestly, I really just want you guys not to get involved in something like this. It's so scary to me to think like people are like, oh my God, that's a good money. It's not. Think about it. Think about how long it takes you to make a project, then edit a video, post the video. Think about that $15 and what that actually breaks down to per hour. It's not much. It's sad. It's so sad. Just take all the fake weight loss ads with all the celebrities. Unethical. Yeah. All those ads are just awful. Honestly, it is so stinking frustrating to think that like people are going to sign up for this and think that they're doing a good thing and that they're going to get Cricut's attention and that maybe it'll turn into something, but then they're signing their life away basically. And that makes me so sad for people. I don't want people to do that. There's so many more amazing companies that you can work for and with that are not going to make you sign your life away. And there would be nothing you can do about it because you agreed to their terms and were compensated. Exactly. You, by signing up or even applying, have agreed to those terms and conditions, and you have no leg to stand on. Legally, they have you in the bag, and they know it. Cricut is definitely sketchy. They definitely do some sketchy shit. I can only speak on like 6 years ago, but back 6 years ago, their Cricut like expert contract was very similar. They can use your likeness. They can use your content. You can't speak disparagingly, which is one big thing as to why I never wanted to sign up with them. But also I didn't like their materials, and I wasn't going to do something with them that meant that I was endorsing their materials. Their machines I like. I like their machines. I think they're well built. I think they work fine. Like, I've never had problems with mine. But I don't like their products as far as their materials go. Now, if they're on like super duper sale and I share them, it's because they're like really cheap and because they're good for practice. They are decent if you're going to use them like for something that you don't care if it lasts forever. Like they just had iron-on, like the smart iron-on for like $3 for like a 3-foot roll. And I'm like, that's a pretty good deal. That's like $1 a foot, and that's a good deal. I think it's Nora creates so she just popped in, and Cricut Access is not worth it. But Cricut came out with a new program called Cricut Collective, where they're going to pay creators to make videos for them. They're going to pay them $45 a month for 3 videos. However, because you sign up with the Cricut Creative, you follow their terms and conditions. I'm going to probably have to go in a second because I do hear it storming. But I'll go over it one more time and then I'm going to go because if it storms, we lose power. So anyways, I just heard the thunder, so it's happening. So anyways, so this new program, right? Terms and conditions, they basically own all your content and can do whatever they want with it, including sticking you up on a 20-foot billboard making a stupid face. And you have no control over it and no approval whatsoever. Then they also say that you cannot disparage Cricut for 2 years. 2 years. So you can't say anything if you don't like a product, if you think a color is ugly, if they made a mistake with a product. Like the example I used is they made this notebook and it's missing half the pages. I can't post about that because that would be disparaging Cricut. So don't do it. Definitely look at their terms of service. I will link their terms of service over on Cricut, over on YouTube, and then Instagram. I will stick it into my story for you after we get out. That way you can get like a really good look if you want to look through them. I do highly recommend it. Some of it is hard to read because it is legalese, but I would say go look for it. My cats are Poe, Raven, Waffles, Wednesday, and Magnolia. I have 5. Sorry, somebody over on YouTube asked. Thanks for letting us know, Corinne. Not something I would do anyways, but it's just so wrong. It's thundering here in South Texas as well. Well, we got the same weather going on. Yeah, but we are going to probably lose power. We always just lose it for like 5 minutes and then it comes back, but it's just the nature of like co-op electrical. Yay me. But we've also been talking for quite a while about this. Like I said, I am going to make a post in just a few, as long as I can keep my power on. I have it already typed up, ready to go. I just need to like read through it one more time, make sure like it makes sense, and then I'll post it with the link for the terms of service, and I'll put the terms of service link in my Instagram story so that you guys can find it. It's going to storm everywhere. It's apparently going to storm in Kentucky too. But I just don't want you guys to sign up thinking that this is some really great program, and it's not. It's just not. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. All right, guys, I'm going to pop off, get that posted. So be sure to check my Facebook. You'll see it on my YouTube. I'll post it over onto Instagram as well, even though it'll be like a really long read. But I want to make sure that everyone's aware of why you shouldn't sign up for this program. This is so important to me that you guys don't get screwed. All right. I want to thank you guys for joining me. You guys have always been amazing. I just don't want you to be like stuck. I love you guys so much. And like, I hope you know that. Like every time I think about all of you, I just get this warm like feeling, because I feel like we're friends. And I feel like if you guys were here with me, I'd be like, don't do this, don't do this. And since we can go live and talk about don't do it, I wanted to make sure that we just were able to chat. So I thank you guys so much again, and always have a happy day and happy crafting. Okay, I'm coming over to YouTube. I'm going to end it, but thank you. I love you all so much again. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to get everything posted, so be sure to look out if you want to read the terms of service and read my thoughts.